cards though, so oops.
I know. I think Carrie did too.
It's all right. I'll get another one. I'll laminate that and staple it to it. Or just laminate them into each other so they're fused.
Yeah, it's all good.
Whatever.
What's up, guys, and welcome to the Quick Disney News, episode number 33 for the week 10/28/21, aka a few days before Halloween. If you guys haven't already, check out our Halloween episode from last week. I rewatched it while I listened to it, and it was good. I like the.
I enjoyed that everybody dressed up.
Me too.
Poop head.
Anyway,
I digress.
Johnny brought a nice little prop, so he did his own thing. Anyway, I am your host, Tim LeBeau, alongside, if you haven't heard already, Mrs. Sarah Castano.
Hey, howdy, hey.
And Mr. John Castano.
Hello.
I'm going to start putting the cricket on in your delay. Please like, subscribe, share with your friends. Hit the bell notification if you're watching on YouTube. Smash the like button, as they say. Although I think most of our traffic is on iTunes and things like that. Either way, I know YouTube traffic has picked up a little bit lately, I've noticed. So keep it up.
Hey, friends. Thanks.
Anyway, without further ado, apparently we have a lot of stories tonight, so we're going to get right to it.
All right. Starting off with our quick mention and some speculation to engage in. Disney's water park, Typhoon Lagoon, may be reopening before the end of the year based on their traditional refurb calendar and aerial photos online showing crews and work wrapping up. We have reported about, they're kind of doing some work on it. Typhoon Lagoon could theoretically be available to reopen as their spring water park. So they could open now and just kind of lay low until the spring when it reopens full blast. French Quarter of the Port Orleans Resort officially reopened today, the 28th of October. Hocus Pocus 2. If you check the Facebook page, I may or may not have posted pictures there, but I put them on Quick Diz Skook on Instagram. Johnny's been really good about adding them to a couple of the other podcast groups that we're in, so maybe he will put them on our page. That'd be great.
It's just a bunch of hocus pocus.
So they have announced some additional filming locations in Newport, Rhode Island at some point this week or next. We're guessing weather permitting because it's kind of icky out up here. Mostly they will be filming early evenings. And what we do know is a Halloween festival will be shot at Eisenhower Park.
Oh, wow.
If you see any signs for Black Flame Productions or Fairy Dust Productions, Pixie Dust and Black Flame. Those are the signs we saw at the Cranston Street Armory this past weekend where they're using that location as well. So
Sarah Jessica Parker might be in Newport, huh? Or probably is going to be.
Fairy Dust Productions.
Yes. Fairy Dust and Black Flame, right?
Yeah. Although people online or whatever have said that nobody's seen the actual Sanderson sisters yet. So I don't even know. That nobody's seen them in costume. We do know that Sarah Jessica Parker I saw pictures of her at a restaurant in Providence.
Girls got to eat.
Nobody's seen them in their costumes yet, I guess, or have gotten pictures of them.
Mm-hmm.
Unless they're doing, because that Cranston Street Armory is basically their sound stage. So unless they're just doing stuff in there as of right now.
Well,
lots of green screen, maybe.
They're probably just going to shoot all those scenes all one clump at one point or another. Because in reality, when you think about the movie, how many minutes are the Sanderson sisters going to be on screen in the original or going to be on screen in this one? Not as much as you realize.
And in an outdoor location too.
That's what I mean. So.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anywho, a petition calling for the Disney company to fire Bob Chapek has been written, and at last notification, which was yesterday, it had over 60,000 signatures. So allegedly, it is written by a retired Disney Imagineer or two, and greatly supported by cast members. It's quickly gaining speed. When I originally sent Tim and Johnny a screenshot. It was at like 15,000, or it was 6,000 when I saw it. Then I sent them a screenshot at 15,000. The other day was at 50,000. And when I saw it earlier today, it was at 60. So this is quickly gaining speed. Whether or not anything comes of it is a different story. But there is something in motion, people.
What do you need? Like, what do you need? How many signatures do you need?
I don't know.
I don't know how that works.
Like, does it carry more weight if they're a shareholder? Does it carry if you're a DVC?
Well,
or
the shareholders aren't going to say a word because they're making tons of money.
Unless they're foolish or they don't like money, then they wouldn't be a shareholder.
The only way to get Bob Chapek really out of there, in my opinion, is for everyone to halt going to the parks. At least, I don't know about a complete halt, but like slow the traffic down and get someone's attention. Otherwise, I don't see it happening, but I still like the idea that people are signing it.
Could we go to the parks and like at our photo pass station, just hold up little pieces of like computer printer paper that say fire and then Bob and then Chapek, like the three of us just hold them up?
You could, but
I don't know.
As long as they're making money, I don't know.
Figured it was noteworthy. Disney Plus has announced the sequel shorts of Frozen Fever and Tangled Ever After to be released on their streaming platform Friday, November 12th. The premises, for those not familiar: Frozen Fever, Elsa and Kristoff plan a birthday surprise for Anna, but when Elsa catches a cold, how ironic, her powers put the party at risk. For Tangled Ever After, comedic chaos ensues when the flower chameleon and ring bearer Pascal loses their gold wedding bands. Can Pascal and Maximus save the day before anyone discovers the problem? And will they ever get Flynn's nose right? So Tangled Ever After has been available in other countries since Disney Plus launched, but in the US and Canada, the short was previously only available on Netflix as part of the Walt Disney Animation Short Film Collection until its recent removal. In related news, Frozen Fever short will also be available on Disney Plus, and Oaken himself will be hosting Arendelle, a frozen dining adventure aboard the Disney Wish. We've talked about how one of their interactive, immersive dining experiences will be based around Marvel. But this is another one of those, and it's slated to be a royal engagement party for Anna and Kristoff, and our favorite Nordic small business owner. He will be the one to host a celebration provided by, and this was great on their Instagram, the Hearty Party Planning Service and Sauna. It will have live entertainment by local musicians who specialize in Nordic renditions of familiar Frozen tunes. There will be fiber optics embedded in the ceiling to help promote Elsa's icy magic to be conjured into the room. The panoramic windows will kind of transform from like your actual ocean view to the colorful dancing lights of the Aurora Borealis. There will also be table crafts, sing-alongs, and according to Disney, a grand finale that will have guests on their feet, which could either mean they're leaving because dinner's over or it's like a tiki room. Like, I don't know. And because all of this is going on, it is also a dining experience. So the menu combines Nordic region with modern family-friendly fare. I'm sure there'll be chicken nuggets, possibly also mac and cheese with some kind of Nordic flair to it. But it looks cool from what I saw and what but what Disney has released. A new Star Wars Boba Fett documentary special has been added as part of the exclusive content for Disney Plus subscribers as part of the Disney Plus Day lineup. Streaming of Under the Helmet, The Legacy of Boba Fett begins November 12th. A sneak peek of the Book of Boba Fett series, which finished filming earlier this year, may be given if we're all good boys and girls. But maybe not.
I look forward to that.
Kind of connected to our speculation today, Disney's only operational water park at this time, Blizzard Beach, is set to close for its annual refurb on December 25th. And refurb construction is slated to begin on Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, according to 2 new permits filed on record by Walt Disney World. They list the ever-popular general construction and labor and materials in order to maintain or update the popular Fantasyland attraction. It's not officially listed for a refurb closure at this time, but you could check the app, check back with us. Any change in status, we'll let you know if we hear anything. World War Hulk, which I rewrote like 5 times because it didn't auto correct correctly, has been announced to be allegedly in the works over at Marvel. It will be the first solo Hulk film in over a decade from the studios. And additionally, in the releasing news, Encanto has confirmed a release date of November 24th. That will be our Thanksgiving film this year.
Yeah, that one looks good.
I'm excited. Little Lin-Manuel.
Yeah, I'm in.
Yeah. Showtimes have been announced for the Disney's annual Christmas Fantasy Parade in Walt Disney World, and holiday sleigh rides also return to the parks on December 1st. And last on our quick Diz mentions, Epcot's International Fest for the Arts is scheduled to return on January 14th. So I'm just missing it. I'm mad.
I like that one. We used to go to that one all the time.
Can't be the same weekend as Marathon Weekend. It's too many people.
I know. But I'm just
plus,
having
you really don't want the booths being up in the middle because although they don't really run. Well, you run to the World Showcase a bit.
Yeah, during one of them. Yeah, they have
you
to
come down. You come down through Future World and.
Yeah, that was the half. I'm not sure about.
Yeah.
I know you run. I was looking at the wine and dine ones. I think it was for the 5 and the 10K ran like through the whole World Showcase. One of them ran the whole thing and then out to the boardwalk. So
under the boardwalk.
I don't know.
Sorry.
At like 5:30 in the morning.
They generally start that festival around the 12th, right? Like Johnny said, pretty much when the races end.
I think it's that following weekend because the race is the 9th. So
then it's
like a week later.
It's usually like the following Saturday or Friday or whatever it is.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly. Because we were down there for a stretch like every year. Like when it started, we were there every time with that festival that just happened to land like when we went. It's a good festival though.
I think with the COVID and everything, that's kind of the first time we've ever been able to actually make it down for a festival, and I'm pretty pumped. So food and wine is a great time to go down.
Flower and Garden's awesome.
I lied. I went to Flower and Garden once when I was in high school.
I like that one a lot.
It was great, and that's how I discovered I had allergies.
There you go. See, you learned. Edutainment.
Disney's a learning experience, y'all.
And never stop. Free edutainment.
Yeah. Thank you, Zyrtec. Or Target off-brand. Sorry, off the rails. All right, quick Diz updates. So I did neglect to mention on the bajillion permits that were pulled during our news stories last week that a fan favorite of the show, the Haunted Mansion, has also had a general construction permit pulled to hopefully just do minor repairs to the attraction. And I say hopefully since it's not listed on the refurb list or any closures to the attraction. So it could just be little touch-ups here and there, but they need to pull a permit.
Most likely because the 50th is coming. I doubt that's going to be closing for any. Well, the 50th is here. So I don't think that's going to be, No.
So in addition to that, potentially getting some refurb love, the Main Street USA train station platform refurbishment has finally been completed. All scrims have been removed and the newly refurbed platform is complete. However, as of October 26th, it was announced that the reopening of the Walt Disney World Railroad itself has been pushed back through January of 2022. According to the Walt Disney World website, the refurb now extends to January 5th. Work continues to be done on the Fantasyland train stations, with Tron taking over much of the area where the train tracks run. And according to social media and artists' renderings of the attraction's proposed Orlando location, Disney still needs to build a tunnel through which the Tron attraction through which the train will go through. And we don't have that yet. So it can be speculated it may possibly still extend out even further than beyond January 5th, but
sounds like it.
January 5th is Disney's date at the moment.
Are they going to have the tunnel up and running by that time?
Unless they have it like assembled and they're just putting it in later, but that seems quite foolish. But whatever.
Yeah, they did it with temporary.
That's true. Disneyland.
Choo-choo. Ride the choo-choo. I do.
I hand it.
Anyway.
I'm having issues like with spatial awareness in this microphone tonight.
I can see that.
Good Lord. Disneyland announces that the Trams will be returning to the California theme parks soon. According to a local Southern California news outlet, Disneyland officials have revealed the tram service will be returning in early 2022 as part of their agreed upon and ongoing phase reopening of the resort properties. They reported, quote, the Anaheim theme park will conduct maintenance on the parking trams and rehire staff during the next few months, end quote. We have yet to hear about the return of the tram service at the Florida parks, which has been open longer than the California parks, and people are still walking.
And the parking lots are bigger and further away than the ones in California. So let's bring the shorter one, the shorter distance back first.
Who When I was reading the article, they were saying that the walk from the back of the parking lot to the front entrance is 2/3 of a mile, which is the same distance from the park to the back where Galaxy's Edge is. And I'm thinking, this park is far smaller than my brain can wrap around. Like, I'm aware that it can fit in the parking lot of like Epcot, just the parking lot, but this.
I'd rather walk 2/3 of a mile in the park and look at things than walk 2/3 of a mile and look
Right.
at
I'd rather do the pinball
lines and
walking.
cars.
Right. Especially if I'm.
I think that they're not bringing the trend. I think the trend is this is a little subtle way of trying to get you to stay on property, so you don't have to park your cars and you take their buses. Anything to get you to stay on property.
They're just trying to figure out a way to charge you to ride a tram.
It's
It's going to come out. It's like Disney Genie Plus. If you just add $3 per person,
I was just going to say, for $2 per person per day, are you going to have to scan your Magic Band to get on the tram now too?
Hashtag buy a Chapek.
Hashtag no. Anyway, Disneyland also announced this week that the Main Street Electrical Parade will be returning to the parks. Not so much an announcement, actually more of like a tease. According to the park's TikTok account on Tuesday, they did confirm it would be coming back and talked about all the pretty lights, but they did not give us an exact date. So I don't think they've had a nighttime show since 2019, before the closures, actually. So that's exciting. I do love Main Street Electrical Parade.
Won't bring a nighttime parade back to Disney World.
They've had enough.
I guess they have. Main Street Electrical Parade.
They just will. They had that other. What was the one that they did have in Disneyland? I know it had like the big cars.
Paint the Night.
Paint the Night that's Disney World too, though. No,
isn't Paint the Night the show?
That's what the
is the water show. The water show is Paint the Night with the water things, and then there was a nighttime parade because I remember like the Mac from Cars had a big car and he was lit up, and they had, I don't know.
I thought Paint the Night was the one with that song from Wreck-It Ralph that I so lovely sang. It
might have been, but it was Paint the Night. It's definitely is like their nighttime water show that has all the.
No, you're right.
Drain the thing. It had all the They broke something, so it had to be fixed. It had all
for their life.
The fountains in it.
Fountains? Anyway. Of course, now we all need to check. Everything's fine, friends. All right. Well, you two check while I continue.
No, Paint the Night. Paint the Night is the parade.
Yeah. So what's Johnny thinking of?
Then what's the water show?
Water pageant at like Fort Wilderness or one of the.
No, this is at Disneyland.
I don't know.
The water show is I believe World of Color.
That's okay.
It's like Spectral Magic.
S. Tayback loves a good parade. That's what she put.
I hate parade. I really hate parades, so I don't know. I'm not going to
you're the
complain
one.
too much.
She's the one.
Johnny hates parades, and I was going to say something, and then he mentioned it, and he detests them, and it makes me so sad.
I can't stand parades.
It's my favorite.
I love parades, and I'm going to tell you why. Because I'm not going to watch them, but I'm going to run to the rides and get right on while everybody else is. I like the parade when they had Tom Brady and Edelman there after they won the Super Bowl. That one was all right.
What about like the 4th of July parade in Bristol?
I hate those.
No, God.
What?
People do that for fun? People go there and torture themselves like that for fun?
You camp out at dark early with your pillow and a blanket to save your spot. You got a cooler of food and snacks.
But what are you going to see? 16 different fire trucks from 16 different towns.
Just put it on the Just put it on the TV.
People who are just people, not just random people waving like at this. I could literally get into the parade and start waving. They want to know if I belong there or not.
So fun story. I went to go to the Bristol parade with the kids this year. And of course, we left later than anticipated because 2 small humans can't possibly get out of the house on time. Also, I have a hard time with that. And I get up to the parade route, and my friend lives right on the parade route. We're going to park at her apartment and just watch from her house with its air conditioning and a bathroom. And we somehow ended up on the parade route. Now, streets are blocked off, and somehow I was able to drive my vehicle on the parade route. So for like 3 seconds until I flagged down a police officer and got us off, we were part of the parade.
No one would even have known. It would have been.
And then my
"Here
little guy
comes Sarah
threw up,
Cook
and we
And
came
I-
home.
Hyundai."
And I was home in the air conditioning while you did all that junk. So
Yeah, and then my little guy threw up in the back seat, and we turned around and came home.
And they're selling a ton of overpriced stuff to get your kids to be like, "I want that, I want this, and I want
And I
that."
go, no.
I marched in too many parades in high school. So I'm done.
I can't
marked-
play a musical
yeah.
instrument, so I loved that. Also, the drum competition,
And,
like the band competition the night before, that was the best.
And I even got to march in a Disney World parade, and I still don't like them.
I don't like you.
Was it Paint Tonight? Oh, no, you said Disney World. Never mind.
I don't even know what parade it was because it was like at dusk into dark into night. So I don't know. I don't even remember what it was, but it was
I
short. That's all I remember.
Utilidors and Disney.
I went backstage.
Poop.
don't like parades either.
I love
I don't know. I mean, Thanksgiving morning, I put the parade on TV.
Yes.
But
I mean, I'm not
like,
going to go to New York
I'm not
City
like
to
sitting
watch
there
that.
like watching it. It's
I
just
am.
kind of there in the background. I don't know.
Eat my cereal and watch the parade. Oh, it's the best.
Also, we talked about the water parks earlier. I saw 2 water rides at a theme park or at a water park. I wish I can remember where they were now, but they were SoCal videos put up on YouTube, and they're full on like hybrid Lazy Man River / dark rides, like full on dark rides. So like imagine being on a Lazy Man River and then you float into a show building and you're in ancient Egypt and going through scene Disney. You're the king of the dark ride. You got these water parks on property. It's time to get there. Just saying. Anyway. Check them out if you get a chance.
I
Very
guess
cool.
I guess they're trying on the new ships.
Yeah, that is true.
What's that?
They're
Those, like-
putting the water slide that's on the new ship. They're putting a story to it, where it's basically
Okay.
I think it's like a water roller coaster type of thing. But then I think there's a couple tunnels that are going to have screens, and it's going to be like I think it's based on like Donald Duck with the new, the new cartoons.
It's like the one they have at Typhoon Lagoon now. There's like a story to it. It was like an animatronic on the way up the lift hill and all that stuff.
Yeah, the one that ties into like the Society
Yeah.
of Explorers. That bird, whatever it is.
Bird. The bird is a word. Wow, we're way off tonight. Holy moly.
Yeah. And anyway,
Getting ourselves back on track, friends. So we have discussed before about characters returning. So brief breakdown and update. In the Magic Kingdom, we have Cinderella, Rapunzel, Tiana, and Elena at Princess Fairy Tale Hall. We have Mickey Mouse at Town Square Theater. Again, there's no photo pass people there. It's selfies only, your own personal photo taker.
they don't have the box set up.
Nope.
Wow.
Oh man,
I don't like those.
They're really
I'm
cutting
glad
costs.
They're not there.
They didn't want to pay for the box anymore. Take your own pictures. They're gonna start charging you for your own pictures somehow.
What I was thinking too is they could have like, when you go to off the rails again, when you go to like Spirit Halloween store and they have the demo set up of like the animatronics and the mannequins or whatever that move, and you have to step on that little foot pad. I was thinking Disney could invest in those like through Spirit when they're done for the year, like the day after Halloween sale or whatever. And they just buy a bunch of those and you position yourself. There's a mirror there. And then when you're ready, you just step on that little button and it takes your picture. You're not taking unnecessary box pictures. You can pose for it, take it when you're ready.
Oh,
Just
I
step-
could see them doing that.
Yeah.
Whatever saves the money.
or you could just pay a cast member and let them take pictures for you. It's so nice.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean,
Because you can tell a cast member sneakily you're going to propose or something, but you can't tell a
You
box
can't tell
that.
a box.
It's not that like. I mean, if a cast member taking pictures that should just always be. It's a vacation. It's a resort. That's part of what's what makes it like exceptional. But whatever.
Yes.
Anyway,
Anywho, Hollywood Studios does have Minnie Mouse at the Red Carpet Dreams. I believe it's across from Sci-Fi. And the Disney Junior Pals will be at the Animation Courtyard. Again, no meet and greet opportunities at this time, ever. But there are photo opportunities or interaction opportunities, as they're calling them. The none for Epcot or Animal Kingdom. They are limited to just those two parks. In those other parks, it's like the wave from far away. Winnie the Pooh, Joy, out running around by Journey into Imagination, Princesses from Afar. Moana's Journey of Water update. Earth has been moved. Pylons have been poured. We're getting somewhere now, people. Trussing has gone up near one of the new walkways. Things appear to be moving right along. Images shared on social media depict a large area to be designated for the interactive water maze with magical features and educating families on the cycle of water and a beautiful lush surrounding. That area is currently an open expanse of dirt. Pathways have been designated with dirtscaping, and some walkways have been poured in cement. Although not much to look at, it is apparent that a lot of work has gone into the area since our last photo update, where structural remnants still needed to be removed from the area. Earth needed to be moved. A whole lot of work going on. So stuff is going on. There's just not a whole ton to really report on. Like, oh, they moved 8 wheelbarrows full of dirt from here to over there. Like, there's really not anything to say, but we are getting some dirtscaping. We're getting some walkways and pylons, actual tangible things, trussings going up. So it's slow, but it's going, people. They're working.
Just like Tron.
It's like the project that never ends.
Yep.
All right. And this brings us to our 2 headlinees today. So, and I gave Tim a heads up. He needed to add in some Toy Story sound effects. So we'll see what we got today.
No, I did not manage
No, you're just going to have to freestyle then, Tim. It's all you.
I could do it.
So Disneyland announces a new resort will open next year. According to the website, Tokyo Disneyland has announced their newest resort, the Toy Story Hotel, which kind of reminded me of like the Hollywood Tower Hotel, but a much more friendly version. It will officially open on April 5th, 2022, after construction was delayed due to the pandemic. The website lists the 595 room as a moderate resort, with the availability of having a selected few rooms as, and this is great, superior. I imagine there's a translation issue. It's probably those other suites. Those are for guests who would prefer an upgrade. It describes the resort as the view spreads as if you have shrunk to the size of a toy. You can enjoy the experience as if you were in the world of toys. And guest rooms are inspired by Andy's room. On top of the branded theming, there will also be Lazo Garden, which I think is supposed to be like Lotso, like lots of hugs. Gift Planet, like Pizza Planet, except it's probably your gift shop. Slinky Dog Park, and Toy Friends Square. I did mention the outside of the building would look like toys. There'd be like the flooring would be carpet that looks like puzzle pieces. So it's kind of like you're living that Toy Story experience as one of the toys. So it seemed kind of cool. I definitely think the article, and I found 2 different ones by 2 different companies. There's a lot of translation errors. So some of that seemed like super awkward. Like, oh, a superior room. Like, do you mean a suite? Like the wording kind of reminded me of Art of Animation. Like it kind of looked along those lines, the exterior pictures they showed. So it's cool. I mean, it's definitely not coming to the East Coast of the US anytime soon, but the pictures that they did have online look cool.
And
I
can see it coming.
Connected. Disney teased their new Lightyear trailer starring Chris Evans. So yesterday, October 27th, Disney released their newest trailer for the Disney Pixar collaboration on their release of Lightyear. So Chris Evans will be giving us the voice talents as the lead in the film and will be joined by a new cast of characters. It did not specify whether that's actual characters or just our voice actors. The theaters will be hitting with this on June 17th of 2022. Described as a sci-fi action-adventure film, it presents the definitive origin story of Buzz Lightyear. It will be directed by veteran Pixar animator Angus MacLane, who co-directed 2016's Finding Dory, and will be produced by Galen Sussman of the short Toy Story That Time Forgot. I'm super excited about this. I feel like we're starting to see like the animation stylings of Disney Pixar, that collaboration, along with like the emphasis on an origin story that we're getting from like this combination with Marvel. And I'm actually kind of like super excited for it. It's not the actual Buzz that we get in the Toy Story series. Like it was kind of clear that it's not that Buzz. It's the toy itself that kind of sparked that whole.
Is this guy in the trailer like the real Buzz and the toy is based on this guy?
Yeah.
Yes. He's the one that's
down walls here,
series.
people.
Right. So
Yeah,
this is
in
the
depth.
this is the Buzz Lightyear on TV that all the toys are made off of, but it gives the toys based on him their backstory. So we understand why.
Pixar
It's
Cinematic
good.
Universe, baby. PCU.
I'm definitely like, and like the stylings I got it, the wording on the article, I was like, this is definitely a Pixar and Marvel. Like this is like a big collaboration. My mind's gonna explode. So I can't wait to see any Easter eggs that they add in there. If there's anything from Marvel.
They're doing this with everything.
Captain America's the voice. What are you talking about? Of course,
So
it's
Star
Disney
Wars,
Pixar.
so Star Wars is Star Wars already, and they're obviously going to like bring that to more of a cinematic universe. It's already kind of been when they're building it. Marvel's got one, Pixar's getting one. They're talking about the parks are going to get one. Basically, it's a society of adventurers and explorers are going to. They're talking about having. It's going to be a series on Disney Plus. They were saying so. When all that starts to tie in, and I'm going to assume like when the Disney Plus series comes out, they were talking about they're going to tie that into Jungle Cruise somehow. And I mean, it's a guess, but I would assume so.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that the beginning of Jungle Cruise, where that thing she was at, was the Society of Explorers and Adventurers.
It's definitely that.
So,
yeah. So cinematic universe is coming your way.
Yeah.
And people like it. I mean, they do a good job with it. They keep it organized.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder if if that's what's going to happen. I wonder if every attraction-based movie is going to like tie into that somehow.
Maybe.
Because I have no idea what kind of Haunted Mansion movie we're going to get.
No.
What's going on with that? And then I don't.
And then the Tower of Terror movie too.
Tower of Terror movie. That's what I mean. So Tower of Terror movies, that the countdown has begun to the end of the Twilight Zone in that attraction.
Oh yeah.
Because once that movie is made,
Hi Gunner.
that'll be the end of that. Yeah, there's Gunner in the background. That'll be the end of that.
I'm like, oh, hi,
Yeah,
Margaret.
but I think everyone has theorized about Pixar already having a universe that no one even knows about, with all kinds of theories and
Yeah.
and even in the animated movies with Frozen being tied in with Tarzan and
Oh yeah.
everywhere. People, it's everywhere.
They got to be tie-in the Pizza Planet trucks in every movie, so some tie-in somewhere with that.
Well, back in the day, they would just consider that a nod, but now it gets even more in depth. So,
Well, what is it? The same scene is in 3 movies with a Pizza Planet truck sitting outside of the trailer. It's in Bug's Life. It's in
Monsters Inc.
And one of the Toy Stories.
yeah, this is Toy Story 4.
I'm just upset that Sid is like an awful human being, and he grows up to be a trash collector, and he makes more money than me, who's not an awful person.
Well,
just throwing that out there.
Rethink your life, then.
Mean,
Yes, so
trash collectors are important. So
absolutely. I'm just saying.
it's all about what your employees are willing to pay.
Bob Chapek, not much.
No, lots of people, lots of places, not much.
Poopy pants.
Yeah.
We digress.
Anywho, all right. So who's pumped for Buzz Lightyear? Me. Check that one out.
Johnny's not.
I'd be more pumped. I'm more pumped for the idea of the Society of Adventurers and Explorers getting their own series, though. To be honest, that excites me more.
Yeah, I don't know. I like anything Toy Story, but I don't know about this. I don't know. I have to see more of a trailer. It's kind
I'm sure it'll be clever and good.
It was kind of weird because if this is supposed to be a real life Buzz, and it looks like it's from the way that the Toy Story movies are. It looks like this movie should take place in the future of the Toy Story. It just looks too.
It shouldn't be the predecessor of the story.
Yeah, but if it's saying the toy is based on this person, this all came before.
Follow me here. So, is this like within the Toy Story universe?
Mm-hmm.
There's a movie that people like to watch called Buzz Lightyear, and this is in that movie, giving a backstory in that movie's cinematic universe.
No, I think this is the real
movie that the toy is based on. Yeah.
No, this is a person. This is like Neil Armstrong. If they made a Neil Armstrong toy,
That'd be amazing.
Is
But
that
I'm
where
saying-
is that where they're going with this?
Buzz
Or is it-
Lightyear is a real person who they based a toy off of.
Oh, I thought he was a real character in a movie in the Toy Story universe that they based the toy off of.
Before this trailer,
I don't know.
was
I'm
under
just
the
speculating.
impression that
As
Buzz
far-
Lightyear was a character in a series or movie or whatever that kids watched, much like Woody was
I
a
think-
character
I
of
think
Woody's
he's-
Roundup.
I
But
think
it
he's supposed to
seems
be
like
a
he
real
was-
person.
Maybe
Oh.
I'm engaging in speculation right now, so
Let me
I don't know
I need to bring
No.
back my Hamilton earrings.
because I think if you want to get really deep, it's almost like
Let me see
You
what it
know,
says here.
Andy watches maybe Buzz Lightyear is like in the
Inception.
Toy Story universe. Maybe Buzz Lightyear is like a Star Wars franchise, and this is just like a prequel in that movie series, or he's a real person.
sorry.
Which, if he is a real person, then Johnny's point really valid.
This
about
is-
how
Well,
Sorry,
This is
I shut my
saying-
video off instead of muting while I coughed. My apologies.
is the origin story for the fictional human character Buzz Lightyear, who inspired the action figure of the same name.
so it is a movie
So
within a
neither
movie.
of us are wrong, technically.
If it's a movie about a fictional character, that means he's a fictional character even within the Toy Story universe. No,
Unless they mean fictional character, just as fictional as they're just explaining Buzz Lightyear is a fictional character.
they've
And
torn
I don't
down
know.
so many walls with this. We don't even.
It's
we can't
not
even
like
wrap our heads
it's
around
not
it.
like super clear.
We
The
haven't
toys
even-
are
we-
self-aware, guys.
adults can't even wrap their heads around it right now.
Now this one says Lightyear following the adventures of the actual astronaut who inspired the Toy Story line seen in the Toy Story franchise.
Okay. Well,
So
that's more-
that one says he's a real person who inspired the toy.
Okay.
So I don't
if
know.
we're
I guess
still
we gotta
asking,
wait.
Yeah,
I
if we're
guess we
still
gotta-
asking these questions after we see the movie, then we're in real big trouble.
Man.
Like if the movie ends and you're just sitting in your chair, like, so what's real? What's going on?
Let me grab my notebook. It'll be like watching an episode of Lost. Did I answer
guess-
any questions? Do I have new ones?
We need another trailer. That's what we need.
Yeah.
We need another trailer where Buzz Lightyear says more than one word. He says,
Yeah, I
what
mean,
do you-
it's a teaser. I mean,
he only says
That's
"and"
the-
in the whole trailer, right?
Yep.
because everyone's freaking out about how he's going to sound, and
Because we're so used to Tim
Well,
Allen. We love us.
yeah,
some
so they
Tim
want
Allen.
to they want to drag that out.
Well, they definitely have to make sure if you're not using the voice talents of Tim Allen that you're not having the same character.
But listen, Tim Allen is just trying to mimic the real guy because
Dude,
he's
Tim
voicing
Allen's
toys.
bomb.
See, things are getting crazy here.
I'm a fan of wearing like park specific shirts when we go to the parks. And I wore a Tool Time shirt to Hollywood Studios at Christmas. I've never gotten so many people like excited. Look at a shirt. Look at everybody loves Tim Allen in Tool Time. Everybody.
It was
Yeah.
home improvement. It was home
Those are pretty
improvement.
popular.
Listen, it was sponsored by Binford Tools. It was a
Tool-
real
It was a
no.
show.
Tool
Much like
Time-
Buzz Lightyear. It was
Tool
a show
Time
within
was a show and a show. Yeah.
It was a show within a show.
It was real. There's a Binford Tool bin in
In
Toy Story.
Yeah.
So it's real.
It could be real. We're gonna find out.
Oh
Let
my
us
God,
know in the
can you imagine
comments.
if this
Let us know in the
Binford
comments
Tool
what you guys think. Do you
is
think
Lightyear?
is Buzz Lightyear?
I've lost it.
Is he a real guy in the Toy Story universe? Is they made a toy after, or is he
A
like the
movie.
Luke Skywalker of Toy Story, like within the Toy Story universe?
I don't know.
Because I don't know. It seems like it'd be a tough sell for him to be real because it's got that.
However
wacky
many
little
people are watching, they're
suit.
just like, these people have lost their minds.
These people, well, it's an interesting concept, especially for like a kids genre.
Inception.
But it's like Toy Story meets Inception. How many layers can we peel off here, Johnny? Are we gonna find out Woody was like
Woody was a real
Billy
cowboy.
Billy the
Yeah.
kid's the one that captured Billy the Kid or something?
Maybe.
Hey, howdy, hey.
Hey.
There's a snake in my boots.
I say that at school sometimes, and the kids just look at me like I'm nuts. I'm like, oh, you uncultured swine.
We will have to
That's
find
another
out.
reference they don't
Stay
get.
tuned. Stay tuned. Probably, if I had to guess, stay tuned to like around the Super Bowl. We'll get like a really good Toy Story trailer, probably.
Hopefully
Well,
during the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Like, I should say a Lightyear trailer. That might be the big one. They release that on the
Okay.
Super Bowl.
Get ready for this. Do you think Buzz Lightyear is based on Buzz Aldrin, the spaceman?
I think way back when he was
I
kind of.
think when they named him, yes, that's what they were going for.
But now they've gone off the rails, as you like to say, and they're just creating their own little super universe.
Wackadoo.
Yeah. All right. We're getting out of here. That's all the news we have.
That is.
We have no more answers for Buzz Lightyear.
But
We'll
many
see.
more questions.
Yeah, many questions. Many. So, all right. Actually, before we go, I'm going to pose this question, Johnny.
Oh, Jesus.
No, actually, let me think about this.
Okay.
So the little green men in Toy Story, are they from Buzz Lightyear as well?
I don't think so, because those toys were there before Andy
with the
opened.
claw. Okay, I got it. All right, but Zurg is.
They
part
weren't
of
there
Buzz
with the
Lightyear.
claw. That's
So
the
is that-
alien.
Zurg has to be part of it.
So is that So is Zurg really his father?
I don't know.
See,
Little nod to Star Wars there in that film.
There's a lot
I
of
know.
questions.
a lot of
Not a lot
questions
of
that
answers.
don't have answers.
Can we just keep like a tally going somewhere? Like if you go back and rewatch this, Tim, just grab a notebook and just throw them in there.
next 30 quick Diz podcasts are going to be just speculation on Buzz Lightyear.
Today's speculation
Like we think it's
is
going to
Little
end.
Bo Peep from a different planet.
Yeah, then Landy comes in and he's got like 7 different theories we haven't even talked about yet.
And a voice impression for every one of them.
Yeah, he might.
I love him so much.
Anyway, all right, let's get out of here. No podcast this week, peoples.
Sorry.
It's trick or treat time. And yeah, we all have kids, so that's what's gonna happen there. We were talking about trying to get one out at some point, but who knows? Maybe I don't know. Maybe if we're all around on Monday, we might think about something. But I'm not making any. I'm going to reiterate that I am not making any promises with any of us. So as of right now, do not plan on a podcast. But keep your eyes peeled. Stay
Except the
subscribed.
news.
Hit the bell. Stay subscribed to iTunes. The news will be out next Thursday. Yes. And then the following Sunday too is a problem because I'll be out of town. So we'll see. We always seem to figure out how to keep the content coming. So we'll figure something out. All right. With that said, we are out of here. Thanks everyone out there watching the live stream. Have a good night. And we will see you there.